I have been consuming more of a ketogenic/carnivore diet.
We're not made to eat dead animals.
She talks about now eating instinctively and intuitively, but somehow I can't see 4'10" Alyse instinctively taking down a 6'6" bison for breakfast. Can you?
No, I never crave fast food or non-vegan food because there's so many vegan options.
I'm definitely not a person who lies.
I can smell the hot sauce.
3, 4. Tips for transitioning from vegetarian to vegan. Watch Earthlings.
The ethical message. You've posted things on Instagram, talking about, meat is murder. You've had even vegan pages.
I don't know if I went that far. I don't know if I went that far.
Yeah, you did go that far, Alyse. Okay, so I have an update on this misalignment shit show. So Alyse has been busy deleting old vegan videos. But Alyse, I thought it was part of your journey. So I'm lucky to actually catch the ones I did that I have featured throughout this video. So Alyse frantically goes into brand damage control and makes a confessional video which is awkwardly moderated by her new animal-hating boyfriend, her obvious inspiration to start hurting animals again. Drew is a confused, unethical guy who clearly has body dysmorphia. He puts his ab definition and bicep size before the lives of animals. By his own admission, he was actually thriving on a raw till fall lifestyle for years.
I was chronically fatigued, addicted to caffeine, several coffees a day to just keep my brain going. Got into it initially for health, not for the animals, which I later got more into making the connection with the animals. I think this is a very important aspect of the diet, just like Duran, Ryder, and Freely say. I felt amazing mentally and spiritually. I was very sharp and clear-headed. And this is without caffeine or anything like that. The x-rays were flawless on my teeth, no cavities, no issues whatsoever. I used to have chronic acne, and my skin is basically, it's like butter smooth now. It's really different to the bodybuilding lifestyle where you're trying to show off and really nobody cares. And then in this lifestyle, you're getting healthier and people want that. It's awesome. It just proves to me that this is what our body is designed to eat.
He then, stupidly, chose to starve himself for fat loss via a 30-day juice cleanse, which eventually led him straight back into eating animals.
So really what I wanted to improve was this sort of stomach area. I wanted to get this stomach flatter. Basically, there's not much there. I mean, there's a bit of indentation here, which I did not have before.
Afterwards, he predictably gained the weight back and subsequently hopped on the next six-pack diet trend. In the past 7 months, he has aged rapidly and appears to be going grey from his new diet of carcass and steroids. Yes, Drew, we see that redwood neck. Somewhere along the line, he obviously thought, F it, and devolved into a clueless mainstream meathead.
Alright, so basically I wake up, I grab my coffee. Alright, so this is the situation we got going on. We got some Montreal steak seasoning. Very simple. This is the 2-minute prep, guys. This is the prep that vegans wish that they had. Nope. Sprinkler on.
Well, isn't this ironic, Drew? The ingredients in this seasoning are all plants. If you are a carnivore, then why are you trying to disguise the dead flesh taste and make your meat meal taste like plants? Honestly, wake the fuck up.
Okay, conventional steak, Crimey River. And I want the lean physique, man.
Look, I've become a bit of a roid expert, if you will, after dating a number of these guys in the past. Let's just say, I can smell the hot sauce. Alyse. Just a warning from a girl who has been there, done that. Roids plus a low-carb diet equals a relationship from hell. Good luck with that one. You need to read my boy repellent chapter in my new ebook. As I've said before, girls, never get involved with men who eat animals. No exceptions. Keep your standards high. This guy obviously saw the dollar signs with Alyse and is now using her and her platform to achieve wealth and fame for being a gutless animal abuser. So in the video, Alyse confesses to lying to Raw Vegan Ginger about being vegan when she wasn't.
Yes, I am still vegan. Yes, I am still vegan. So I did lie to her.
So you lied to Raw Vegan Ginger.
I did.
But She conveniently doesn't mention lying to her audience in the first 2 minutes of her I'm Not Vegan video, where she claims to have never, ever said she was a vegan when she wasn't.
Because I literally have not said ever that I am vegan at a point that I was not vegan.
So what about that blog post you wrote back in October about being vegan, but then you deleted it? She then goes on to say in that video that she has not been vegan for 2.5 to 3 months.
So it's been around 2.5, almost 3 months now that I have been not vegan anymore.
She then awkwardly reaffirms this lie in her recent Owning Up video.
This video was made late March, so that would have put you sometime late December
Right.
for starting to consume your first animal products. So let's talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, as I shared in my video, it's been like 3 months. I shared at the very end of December. Yeah, it's just been like a couple months since I have been testing the waters and diving into this new diet.
But then later in this video, she says she has been eating animals and their secretions since early September, which is over 6 months.
We're going to move on to some criticisms that Freely has made in her latest video, calling into question Alyse's vegan timeline. When exactly did you eat animal products for the first time?
Okay, so the first time that I had anything that wasn't vegan was early September.
So just so that we are 100% crystal clear, any animal products before the September eggs?
No,
Zero.
absolutely not.
So there you go.
What? So there you go. He's saying it like we should suddenly believe everything she says. How do we even know that's the truth? How can we believe her when she lies compulsively? We can't.
Yeah, it definitely didn't feel great to lie. I am definitely not a person who lies.
Alyse, you lie all the time. You mean it didn't feel great to get caught out? Look, I know it's annoying to go through all these lies, but remember, it's important to point these lies out, as Alyse is a public figure, and she is now encouraging her audience to hurt animals and hurt themselves by lying and saying how amazing she feels on her new, cruel and dangerous diet.
I literally went from suffering to thriving.
Just woke up this morning feeling so good. My digestion is absolutely flawless, and I am feeling the absolute healthiest and most vibrant and good that I have in my entire life.
And I know for sure that my body is designed to eat a raw vegan diet. I feel so alive and so positive and so happy and so focused.
Alyse goes on to lie again and again throughout the interview. The whole time she is being smug and childish, and obviously gives no fucks for the animals that now have to suffer because she is weak, selfish, and uneducated.
So really, when you said 3 months, it was more like 5 months, and this is just one of those things that happens because
I didn't feel like it was...
Let me help you out there, Alyse. You didn't share this ugly truth because you thought it was bad for your brand and bank account. The fact is, all that time, and probably longer, you pretended to be a vegan and take other vegans' money for your vegan products and retreats, which you then used to purchase brutalized animal bits and pieces, supporting exactly what a vegan fights against. This is the lowest of the low. Do you think actual vegans would have contributed their money if they knew that? Of course not. You exploited a movement and people dedicated to animal liberation. Disgusting. So misalignment charges people up to a ridiculous $5,000 for a 6-day retreat. So you too can learn how to misalign yourself. And even encouraging young women to take out bank loans to afford her retreats. Some of these comments definitely raise important points. You can pause to read. And she's paying so many of her besties to harass others with these messages promoting her page that people are starting to get pissed off and writing the truth back. Keep an eye out. You'll probably get one of these messages soon. And the bullshit continues to build as I now realise her bestie and brand manager, Carly, and her hubby are scumbag hunters, who she moved in with when she was supposedly plant-based. Seen here even going on a hunt with them in September. Hey, Alyse, how do you feel about hunters again?
Thoughts on hunters? Yeah, it's just totally not necessary. Like, there are so many other ways that you can get your food. So why would you kill an animal with your own hands? Like, why would you do that? There's just so many other like hobbies to have as well.
So, moving on. As part of her rebrand, Alyse has done a complete 180 from being a natural minimalist girl.
So when you're lacking meaningful relationships in your life, you're going to be a lot more likely to desire other things. You're going to desire other people. You're going to desire material items. You're going to want to spend more money, essentially. So when nothing is lacking, you won't feel that desire to go and purchase material things.
And now embodies a predictable LA stereotype, buying up useless shit with the money she scammed from animal-loving vegans. Buying ridiculous contraptions worth thousands of dollars like this red light lamp. Psst, just get some sun for fuck's sake. It's free, and it works better. Oh, but you can't sell the sun to your viewers now, can you, Alyse? So Alyse claims to have been consuming a Carnivore Keto diet for the past 3 months.
I have been consuming more of a ketogenic/carnivore diet.
We're not made to eat dead animals.
And she even seems to be rubbing it in the face of vegans as she drinks raw cow's milk and eats bison for breakfast. She talks about now eating instinctively and intuitively, but somehow I can't see 4'10" Alyse instinctively taking down a 6'6" bison for breakfast. Can you? And Alyse, I thought you were never going back to eating animals.
Is there any non-vegan food that you miss a lot? I would never eat a non-vegan item again. It's something that I know was just a part of my past, and I never want to be part of my future or my present ever again.
The ethical message, you've posted things on Instagram, talking about, meat is murder, and you've had even vegan pages.
I don't know if I went that far.
Yeah, you did go that far, Alyse, because it's fucking true. So, hang on, Alyse, I really need to understand this. Did you also lie about caring about animals? What sort of person are you? Old Alyse, who used to watch my videos, would make post after post about saving animals, saying things like, feeling extremely sad right now. I haven't been this low in a while. I want to help save all of the animals being in this world. Will you help me? Save the animals with me. And other updates like over 56 billion farmed animals are killed every year by humans. More than 3,000 animals die every second in slaughterhouses around the world. You can contribute to the solution rather than the problem. You can do this by simply changing the food that's on your plate. And these posts just go on and on and on. Here's another one. Humans don't start out hating animals. They're taught. A powerful truth. Please don't just read the caption and nod. Do something about it. Go vegan. Feed your children plants, not animals. Alyse, it's time to stop being an animal-eating hypocrite and take your own advice.
I'm a strong believer that consuming animals, you're essentially consuming death, right? You're consuming a living being that has been killed. And I think that contributes to a lot of hate and anxiety and depression within human beings because we're not made to eat dead animals.
Through a vegan diet, all of my nutritional needs are met without contributing to the pain, suffering, and death of innocent beings. Hashtag clean body, hashtag clean conscious, hashtag go vegan. So yeah, that was the old Alyse. The new Alyse has suddenly become religious, I would say under the advice of Ravana, and is now having strange prayer sessions over the dead animals she pays others to slaughter for hers and her dog's food.
Sit. Lay down. Good boy. You want to say your prayer? Want to say your prayer? Dear universe, thank you for the opportunity to experience life today. Thank you for my mom who loves and supports me. And thank you for my auntie and uncle for watching me when my mom is away. Amen.
So Alyse, what is your actual religion?
What is my religion? Oh gosh, my religion is
that we all have a couple of things in common. We all want to be loved. We all want to be supported and cared for. We all want to be treated with respect. We want love, and we want to feel happy and healthy, and we want to avoid pain and suffering. And really, my religion is to just make that happen. My religion is to live by that. If we all have that in common, and we all want love and health and happiness for each other and for the planet, like, to me, that's not like utopia, something that we can never achieve. To me, I want to act every single day in a way that can help us move closer to that. So that's my religion, is that if we just act out of love and kindness, then we can make that a reality.
Do you feel bad for the animals you eat? I do not feel bad. I am grateful for the animals I eat and the opportunity to nourish my mind and body. I bless my food before consuming.
And we want to avoid pain and suffering. And we want to avoid pain and suffering. We all have that in common.
So Alyse wrote a post about the top 10 reasons people fail on veganism. For her, I choose numbers 1, 6, 9, and 10 for the reasons she failed a plant-based lifestyle. Number 1. Afraid to stand out among the crowd. Alyse is a follower, not a leader, so she just follows whoever she is around and whatever they are doing. And this is exactly what she did when she moved in with her bestie and her husband, who are hunters. Number 6, not eating enough food in general. Yes, she was regularly under-eating, especially in carbohydrates and fruit.
I'm sitting here right now with a big bowl of salad, lettuce, tahini, coconut aminos, apple cider vinegar, lime juice. I think that's it. No other veggies, just lettuce and all of those four dressing ingredients. I have this almost every single night.
Number 9, social pressures. All the rich kids in Hawaii started eating carcass again, as well as a new boyfriend and her Colorado bestie. And because she has no ethics, she just followed.
I wanted to start consuming eggs was that I was hearing a lot of positive changes from friends like Drew and other people who were changing their diet.
And number 10, the most important being, didn't fully make the connection. She was never actually vegan, but plant-based, as once you've made the connection, you never ever go back.
Tips for transitioning from vegetarian to vegan. Watch Earthlings.
Okay, so let's look at this disgusting keto breakfast she has after she stupidly fasts until lunchtime.
We will start with a little tiny bit of butter. This is the type of butter. I also want to note that I'm not supporting factory farming.
Yes, you are supporting factory farming. Kerrygold butter is factory farmed, Alyse. But after all these years being vegan, you do know the grass-fed pasture-raised labeling is just a lie, right?
I've never, ever been the person to research and research and research before doing something.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But you don't really give a shit, do you, Alyse? You're just pretending to be ethical so you get less criticism from actual vegans. The truth is, it doesn't matter if it's labelled grass-fed, you are still stealing the milk from the enslaved mother cow and paying for her baby to be stolen from her within a day of being born. This is truly disgusting, especially as a female to support this, and considering how many amazing cruelty-free plant butters there are.
I really began to see the way that my body felt without dairy and gluten, and I now believe that I have a dairy and gluten intolerance. Haven't been tested for either of them, but they both really upset my stomach if I ever were to incorporate them back in my diet.
And I noticed that these two clueless kids both use allergies as an excuse as to why they are always sick and tired from their new immune system destroying death diet.
I didn't get to work out as much as I wanted to last week. I was sick last week. We had some crazy pollen roll through here in California.
Move around the butter. So we're gonna do a little spinach. We'll just put in a decent amount of spinach. This is ready to go. 3, 4.
Did she really just put 4 eggs in the frying pan? Holy shit, this is worse than I first thought. This girl literally has no freaking clue. Oh. Number 1, I covered the unethical brand Vital Farms in my last video. Alyse obviously doesn't give a shit about the treatment of the hens or about the baby chicks being ground up alive for her breakfast. Secondly, why does she insist on ignoring the solid science that shows how dangerous egg consumption is?
As I noted last year, the Harvard Nurses' Health Study found that the daily consumption of the amount of cholesterol found in just a single egg appeared to cut a woman's life short as much as smoking 25,000 cigarettes, 5 cigarettes a day for 15 years.
And lastly, let's look at the fact that eggs are actually the unfertilized reproductive cycle of a chicken. So during ovulation, as with a human female, a chicken releases an egg in the form of a yolk from her ovary. As with human females, the egg is not always fertilized. Chickens don't hold their eggs inside like mammals do for 9 months. Instead, they eject them from the cloaca in a hard shell. Cloaca, which is Latin for sewer, is the common chamber and outlet into which the intestinal, urinary, and genital tracts open, aka the ass giner on the chicken. The contents of that egg is the unfertilized reproductive cycle, which may not be exactly the same as, but are similar to a female human's period. And in the wild, this period would only come occasionally when not fertilized by a male. So, whether you like it or not, a female human period and the chicken egg you eat are both unfertilized reproductive cycles. And one major and pretty disgusting difference, though, is that the chicken's egg contains not only the unfertilized egg, but also the womb. Yummy. Fried womb.
So here is my current food situation. I have 4 eggs and a decent bit of spinach, probably like 1/3 of the container, and then I think it's about 4 ounces of smoked salmon.
So, apart from the spinach, Alyse now eats a plate of cruelty for breakfast, then plays this sweet music over her serving of pain and suffering in an effort to manipulate her viewers into thinking she is a good person. First carnivore I've ever seen to pray over their food.
Crashing, hit a wall. Right now, I need a miracle. Hurry up now, I need a miracle.
So I'm not going to go into this disastrous keto diet anymore in this video, but if you want a keto video, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so let's round this up. As you can tell, the whole situation really pisses me off for the reasons I outlined in this video. You know, I think about the animals now suffering and dying due to her lack of education and compassion and dedication. I think about the hundreds of thousands of young women she is now potentially leading into a life of disease and premature death. There is no excuse for this. There is no excuse for animal abuse. Alyse knows better, but clearly doesn't give a shit. Remember, fruit didn't fail Alyse. Raw vegan didn't fail Alyse. Vegan didn't fail Alyse. She failed. It's that simple. And now animals have to suffer.
When you love yourself, you care about nourishing yourself with the proper nutrition. You're not going to fill your body with fast food or animal products or processed food.